Hello, my name is Daniel Kevin Siboro, and today I'm going to be presenting my summary of the third topic for my wireless communications and convergence network course. And this week's topic is about NGN, broadcasting and network security. So first of all, I'd like to address some changes of broadcasting from now with then and some of the topics that we can discuss regarding these changes. So first of all, there are the NGN broadcast enablers, or what exactly enables NGN broadcasting. So some examples of these are the digitalization of content. So for example, our content now is in MP4, or we can also say is in binary and is something we can share at an IP-based network, which is what NGN is. And then the next one is the spread of new technology or development or accessibility. Like for example, FTTH or 4G. Why does this allow NGN broadcasting or new broadcasting? Because these technologies help with helping people to share their content on their own with their own devices, like their own smartphones or their own laptops or their own computers. And so from this new broadcasting service, we have new behaviors from our consumers or our watchers, which are from passive to active consumers. What does this exactly mean? So we know that now from platforms like YouTube or TikTok, for example, there are likes or comments. And this is something that allows watchers and consumers to be more active. For example, they're requesting for more videos or they're requesting for a specific content. While back in the day, for example, a consumer, for example, watching TV, can't exactly do anything. And obviously, there are also new platforms for sharing content, like I've previously mentioned, YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and many other platforms. And they are also made to be creator friendly. And what does this mean? We for sure know that these platforms are allowing us, the users, whoever we are, as long as we have technology to access these platforms to share content. And that is very creator friendly because there's no gatekeeping. We can directly share our content to other people. And there's also a wider market for broadcasting. Why is this? Because the internet exists. There's fiber, there's 4G, people can access the internet easily, and so it creates an international market. People from all over the world potentially can see our content. And when we have all of these good things, all of these good features, there also comes new challenges for the government due to the multi-platform broadcasting. So as we know, it is very likely that the government is not regulating or controlling the content that is shared in these platforms, like for example, YouTube. But usually in YouTube or in TikTok, the regulating body or the one regulating the content is the system. And the next is a more efficient spectrum. With digitalization, it has enabled us, or it has enabled broadcasting to consume a smaller bandwidth. And this is an image that describes the digital dividend in Indonesia in 2013. And we can see here that for analog TV, we have a bandwidth of 228 megahertz. And this is massive. As a reference, 4G has about 40 megahertz. But now, due to the new era of digital TV, we have managed to reduce the bandwidth to almost half, to 192 megahertz. And the rest of the bandwidth is reserved for future digital TV technologies and also new future services or technology. And so with the new broadcasting service, there is also content convergence. We always talk about convergence with NGN. And NGN creates or defines a new era for broadcasting services because, as I've said earlier, anyone with access to internet and technologies to access the internet can share content and has potential to be watched by people from all over the world, and also allows other people from around the world to see him as a character or as an identity or as someone that shares how his country looks like, his country's food, his country's people. And from this convergence as well, as I've previously mentioned in the previous video about policy challenges and economic regulations, there needs to be great effective competition. Because as we know, effective competition has potential to create innovation. And so effective competition can be made by not gatekeeping creators or new people trying to share content in a platform, and also increasing accessibility to technologies to access these platforms to share content. But also, we need efficient spectrum allocation. So to create increased accessibility, we need efficient spectrum allocation, as in we need to allocate the spectrum to the right technologies or to the right places so that we can further develop the broadcasting service. And there's also a difference between advertising and traditional broadcasting to now. So for example, in traditional broadcasting, you will have a program. This is usually in television. And then you have a break. And this is where advertisement is. This is where the ad is. And then it goes back to the program. But now, in, for example, YouTube, at the beginning, we will have an ad. And the ad is skippable, or at least some of them are skippable. And we know that YouTube has figured a way out of this so that advertisement can still run, because we've seen that there are different durations of advertisement. So for example, the 5-second advertisement is not skippable, but something like a 15-second or 30-second or a minute advertisement is skippable. And that is also why some companies and services have started to integrate their advertisement inside the actual content. So you'll see content creators shouting out or advertising their sponsor. And there is also a must carry regulation. What is must carry regulation? Must carry regulation is where broadcasters have to broadcast public channels. So for example, in Indonesia, we have digital television already. We can access international channels, but there are some channels that are locked and we may have to pay for this feature. And there are also public channels which are free for us to watch. And some examples are like Indosiar or Trans TV. And there's also a need to decrease the amount of regulators. So in the past, we know that there is a distinction between regulators, broadcasting and telecommunication regulators. And there's a need to decrease the amount of regulators because we need to decrease redundancy or inconsistency or uncertainty of information, and also to decrease regulatory costs. And so now we need to talk about security or network security in NGN. So because of the open or borderless behavior of IP networks, there's bound to be online or digital attacks through your phone, through your laptop, or whatever digital device you're using. And some of the security issues that are common include identity theft or DOS, or in other words, is also called denial of service, which is an attack which renders the network inaccessible. And due to these issues, it is required that NGN has a reliable and secure network. And so international standard organizations like ITU, ETSI, ISO will be addressing these issues. And so, for example, the ITU Resolution X805 describes several threats like destruction, which is the destruction of information, and also removal, which is the theft or removal of information or other resources. And so these are examples of threats and risks for VoIP. We can see there's denial of service, which is DOS. There are other threats, like for example, power failure, viruses or malware, and then also eavesdropping through interception. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and God bless you.